Imagine this: what if the real reason you're not sparking that instant connection with women isn't your looks, your job, or even what you say, but when you say it? What if a simple shift in timing could turn polite chit-chat into that magnetic pull that makes her lean in, laugh, and want more? Stick around, because we're diving into a game-changing approach that flips the script on attraction, backed by how our bodies and brains are wired. Most guys think getting that spark going is all about dropping the perfect line at just the right moment. But here's the eye-opener: it's not the words that kill the vibe, it's the delay. Picture this like starting a car engine on a cold morning. If you wait too long, everything seizes up, and no amount of revving will get it going smoothly. That's what happens in conversations. Men often spend the opening minutes playing it safe, asking about her day or her weekend plans, thinking they're building rapport. But biologically, that cautious energy signals to her nervous system that this is just friendly territory, nothing more exciting on the horizon. Let me paint a picture with a story from one of my patients. Let's call him Mike, a 45-year-old engineer who's sharp, successful, but felt invisible in social scenes. Mike would chat with a woman at a networking event, sticking to neutral topics like travel or movies for what felt like forever. By the time he tried to inject some fun, like a light compliment, the moment had passed. She'd nod politely, but the energy stayed flat. Sound familiar? Have you ever felt that awkward shift where your attempt at playfulness lands like a dud firework? The science here is fascinating. Our brains release oxytocin during early interactions, that bonding hormone, but if the tone stays too neutral, it doesn't ramp up. Instead, cortisol creeps in, the stress chemical that makes everything feel guarded. Studies from evolutionary psychology, like those from the University of California, show that women subconsciously assess a man's confidence in the first few minutes. Hesitation reads as uncertainty, which dials down attraction fast. But flip that with early playfulness, and dopamine kicks in, creating that addictive "this is fun" loop. So, how do we fix this? Enter what I call the 2-minute spark, a straightforward rule that sets the playful tone right from the get-go. Within those first 2 minutes, weave in one small, light-hearted element that hints at man-to-woman energy. It could be as simple as a playful observation about something she's wearing or doing. No grand gestures, just a nudge that says, "Hey, this isn't just small talk." Think of it like seasoning a meal early on. It infuses the whole experience with flavor, rather than dumping it all in at the end when it's too late. Let's break this down with a real-world analogy. Imagine you're at a party, and you strike up a conversation with someone interesting. Instead of jumping straight into "what do you do for work," try something like, "I have to say, that smile of yours could light up this whole room, what's your secret?" Delivered with a genuine grin, it sets a warm, engaging frame without overstepping. And here's the practical tip: practice this in low-stakes settings first, like with a barista or a colleague, to build that muscle. Over time, it becomes second nature, boosting your natural testosterone-driven confidence. But here's the part most people overlook: this isn't just about starting strong, it's about understanding why waiting sabotages you. When you delay that spark, her brain categorizes you as safe but not sparking. Emotionally, it creates a mismatch, like switching from a calm podcast to upbeat music midstream. It jars. Research from the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology highlights how initial impressions form in seconds and stick, influencing everything that follows. By sparking early, you're aligning with her subconscious cues for excitement and leadership. Take another example from my clinic. A patient named Tom, in his 50s, came in frustrated after a string of dates that went nowhere. He was polite, attentive, but always waited for the right moment to show interest. We worked on the 2-minute spark, and on his next outing, he playfully commented on her choice of drink within the first minute, ordering a bold espresso like that? You must be the adventurous type. Boom, the conversation flowed with laughs and energy. He reported feeling more relaxed, too, because the pressure was off. What do you think? Could a small tweak like that change things for you? Now, let's talk about the traps that keep men stuck in neutral. One big one is chasing that elusive perfect moment. Guys tell themselves, she'll warm up soon, or I'll feel it when it's time. But waiting amps up your own anxiety. Your heart races, thoughts spiral, and suddenly you're overthinking every word. From a hormonal standpoint, that's adrenaline and cortisol teaming up to undermine you, suppressing the calm assertiveness that attracts. Instead, recognize that if she's engaging at all, that's your cue. Create the moment by leading with curiosity and fun. For instance, if you're at a coffee shop and she mentions loving hikes, respond with, "Hikes, huh? I bet you're the one who finds the hidden waterfalls, or are you more of a summit selfie queen?" It's mild, engaging, and shifts the vibe playfully. Studies on social dynamics from Harvard show that proactive initiators are seen as more charismatic. So, action step, next time, count to 120 in your head and drop that spark. You'll notice how it eases the flow. This next one might surprise you, sticking to just one flirting style. Maybe you're great at compliments but forget teasing, or you tease but skip building rapport. It's like cooking with only salt, decent, but bland without variety. Our brains thrive on novelty, it triggers reward centers, keeping her engaged. Emotionally, mixing it up shows depth and adaptability, qualities that scream confidence. To counter this, rotate tools. Start with a playful assumption, you look like someone who has a secret talent for karaoke, am I right? Then layer in an absurd answer if she asks about your weekend. "Oh, I was busy training my pet rock to do tricks, it's a slow learner." Gentle teases work wonders too, like, "Careful with that laugh, it's contagious and I might catch it." Keep them light, always with a smile. And don't underestimate thoughtful compliments. Skip generic ones like "you're pretty." Go specific, "The way you light up when talking about your passions is really captivating." Backed by psychology research, specificity makes it feel genuine, releasing feel-good endorphins. Practically, aim for 2 or 3 tools per interaction to keep things dynamic. Have you tried mixing these in your chats? It can feel awkward at first, but like any skill, it sharpens with use. Speaking of which, let's touch on physical cues, because words are only half the story. Body language amplifies everything. Stand tall, maintain soft eye contact, and use open gestures. A light, respectful touch, like a brief hand on her arm during a laugh, can build connection if it feels natural. But always read her signals, consent is key. From my experience, men over 40 often overlook this, thinking it's for younger guys. Not true. Studies from the Kinsey Institute show that mature confidence paired with subtle touch boosts intimacy hormones across ages. Imagine it like a dance, your posture leads, creating rhythm. If you're enjoying these insights and want more ways to boost your confidence and vitality, hit that subscribe button now. Join our community for practical tips that make a real difference. We're all about helping you thrive. Moving on, mild challenges add spice. Say something like, "I bet you can't guess my favorite adventure sport." It invites her in, creating playful tension. Biologically, this mild competition releases adrenaline in a fun way, heightening attraction. Just keep it positive, no negativity. Now, for the full flow, open with the 2-minute spark, rotate tools, weave in body language. Avoid pitfalls like overdoing it, too much teasing feels aggressive, or being too serious, which kills fun. Practice plan, roleplay with a friend, or record yourself chatting. Review what worked. Here's a relatable scenario. Picture Dave, a 55-year-old widower starting to date again. He felt rusty, but using the spark early, like playfully assuming her coffee order based on her vibe, transformed his interactions. Dates went from stiff to sparkling. Stories like his remind us it's never too late. But what about when things go sideways? If she doesn't respond warmly, don't panic. Smile, pivot back to neutral, and try another tool. Resilience builds attraction too. Emotionally, this shows you're unflappable. As we wrap this up, remember, this is about unleashing your natural charisma, not faking it. Small shifts in timing and variety can reignite that energy you thought was gone. You're capable of creating connections that energize you, starting today. Where are you chatting from? Drop it in the comments section. And if these tips resonated, subscribe to The Healthy Body for more from me, Dr. Alex, on enhancing your health, confidence, and life. Let's keep building together.